Okay. I know the lighting's not great and it's a pajama party, but I just woke up about half an hour ago and it's kind of warm in this room and I'm warm in my flannel pajamas, so I'm staying in them for a little bit. I know the lighting's not great. It's not easy to get decent lighting in here. This might be too dark, but I just wanted to um, give a couple of shout outs, and I am been so grateful and blessed. There have been people who have sent me money through PayPal as a donation for the heater fund, and I've been so grateful and so blessed. It started off with Trisha at Sandy and Otto, and I just watched the replay of a pop-up sale from a channel I'd never heard of. Her name is Pat Doodles. Now, she usually has a sale on Saturdays at noon Eastern Standard Time. She did mention that it's her granddaughter's birthday, so I don't know if she is having one today, but you can go watch the replay of the one she had yesterday, the pop-up one, because she doesn't have very many people at her sales yet. So I think we should surprise her and show her some love if she has one today. If not, go watch the replay of the one from yesterday because a lot of stuff didn't sell and her prices are really good. And she's like me, she has quite a mix of different things. I'm sorry this is a little wobbly because I'm trying to hold it. So hello, Rebecca. Hello, Katie. Sorry for the messed up hair, no makeup and jammies, but I wanted to get this done in case she has her sale today at noon. I wanted to get this out there for Pat Doodles. Her name is Patrika, but she had a pop-up sale yesterday and sent me a donation of $20 from proceeds from the sale. And she's a fairly new channel, so she doesn't have a big following for her live sales yet. And she keeps them short. She keeps them to like an hour. So I wanted to make sure I got that out there before noon in case she had one today. She did mention today was the granddaughter's birthday, so she might not have her live today, but they are always noon Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays. But it just blew me away that here's somebody with a channel who didn't even have my name right, and it just was so sweet. It was so sweet of her. And so I'm gonna there's so many people. Um, the heater fund is up to $587 now, which is helpful with what my income's been. That's still helpful. I got a long way to go. I have thought about doing a pop-up sale, but I still got to catch up. Every time I turn around, life is pulling a rug out from under me. So, but this community has just blessed me with some help, and I am so thankful. And I heard that Jeffrey mentioned something about it at his sale. I was at work, so I got to check in and say hello at the very beginning, and that was it. I didn't get to catch. We had a new manager who's got a lot to learn about how that store runs. So I didn't get to check in like I sometimes can. So, but yeah, it was great. Good morning, Melanie. How is our serendipity today? I am 2 boxes behind on watching your video, your unboxing from Curiosity Inc. But yeah. Yeah, sorry for the goofy backdrop, and I know the lighting's behind me, so the lighting's probably crap. I don't know if you can see me that well or not, but I wanted to just give a thank you to the amazing outpouring of support and for getting a new heater. I don't know what the rest of the house is like. This room's still kind of warm because I have a little space heater. We each have a space heater in our bedrooms, and there's one in the kitchen, um, which I steal whenever I'm at my computer and I put it right. But that living room is so large that unless I've practically got my legs wrapped around it, it doesn't stay so warm. Oh, and a couple people asked me about that window that was near me at my desk downstairs that was open. My son managed to get it closed. He went outside, got the step ladder, popped the screen out somehow, and managed to get it closed and put a stick underneath it to wedge it up so that sucker won't slide down again. So, but yeah, it's pajama party morning because I literally just like woke up 45 minutes ago and was watching Pat Doodle's her pop-up live from yesterday where she was trying to have a sale where part of the proceeds would come to me. And she did. And if you haven't seen it, her sales are only an hour. She still had a lot of stuff that hadn't sold. And she said that you can always email her if you saw something that you liked. She had some cool stuff too. So, but she's like me, it's kind of an eclectic mix, which is fine. I think it helps make the sales more fun. You have a few of us out there that have more than just, glass and porcelain. But I wanted to just put something out to say thank you. But and you could see all the stuff behind me too. What have I got? I've got Gilbert and Sullivan books and Louisa May Alcott behind me, all the gardening books, the china closet. One of these days there'll be a china closet purge, and after the first one I did, I'll definitely have to make sure I video that because there's a lot of eye candy hiding in there. So, hi Iris. Katie, are you feeling better this morning? I hope you got some rest last night. But that was all I wanted to do was just pop on real quick, give a shout out to Pat Doodles. Great name. But her real name is Patrika, but I wrote it down. Pat Doodles is her channel. So wanted to give her, because that was surprising and amazing that she just to do a pop-up sale like that and just as a partial fundraiser for me was just so sweet. Good morning, Lynn. And thank you, Lynn. I saw that this morning when I woke up, and I see Lavish Mango. Hi, sweetie. I'm not having a sale today, Attic Avenue. I just wanted to pop on and say thank you to the community and to shout out for oops, sorry, my arm's getting tired holding it. The shout out Trisha at Sandy and Otto has started this ball rolling with her video, and then I wanted to give a shout out to Pat Doodles, who is another channel that had a pop-up sale to do send me some of the proceeds from the sale. And she's got a little tiny live sale following because she's just started. So what happened? My heater's dead. My heater died Wednesday night, and it can't be repaired. So we have no heat. Now, so far, it hasn't been below freezing at night, but that's going to end on, according to the weather report, that's going to end on Thursday. So we'll see. I've tried every place I could. I've not even Catholic, and I've tried Catholic Charities. And I mean, we kind of knew that if the thing went, it was going to be done. And so I've been trying for a couple of months to get help to replace it, and financial help, and with my disabled brother being here, they won't count him as my renter because he's my sibling. So they want to include his income, which I don't see. I only see the rent. So a lot of times his pension has put us a little bit over. Last year, trying to get oil help from LIHEAP, his pension put us $50 over what the limit for two people would be. $50. So that has created some problems with getting help. I'm getting all tilted here. Which way? That way. So I do have space heaters. We each have one in each room, and then there's one on the first floor. And I'm kind of thankful that Gandalf didn't make it, because I can't imagine trying to recover from how bad his infection was and how much weight he lost in a cold house. So I'm at least thankful that he hasn't had to try to stay warm with all this. But yeah, I Wednesday night, it was laughable because it was a comedy of errors. So not only do go down and I hit the reset button and the heater starts, and I get to the top of the steps and it stopped again. So I went back down again, hit the reset button, and I waited. And it runs for about 30 seconds and then it stops again. And then I realized a little light saying fire hazard. I'm like, okay, something's really wrong. But then I come upstairs to go to bed and I go, it won't be so bad. I will put the heating pad on my knee and I'll go to sleep. Well, then the heating pad died. I was like, really? Really? Trouble comes in threes. What's next? So I have a new heating pad, and like I said, we each have these little oil-filled space heaters, which work really well. And the channel that you could find her, Linda, it's Pat Doodles. It's all one word. Here, I'll show the little thing again. I'll try not to show it upside down here. Wait a minute. Pat Doodles. Her name is Patrika. She has some cool stuff, and apparently she has an Etsy store, and she also has a booth. So she knows some of what she's got. And her granddaughter's birthday is today, so I don't know 100% if she's having a sale today, but she does do them usually on Saturdays at noon Eastern Standard Time, and they're short. She says she tries to keep them just to an hour because, as she put it, because people got stuff to do. She's not wrong. On a Saturday, she's not wrong. So, but yeah, it's Pat Doodles. It's all one word, PATDOODLES. And when I'm at my laptop, I will put a link. There we go. I'll put a link in the description. I've never heard of the Jewish Free Loan Association. I tried getting loans, but I didn't know I was getting the house. So my credit took a major hit because the first 2 winters, all that heating oil, and that was before a lot of things got winterized. The heating oil and electric bill were just a lot. But I didn't know I was getting the house. So 3 days after the funeral, it's like, suddenly you're taking over all the expenses. I'm like, okay. But that first winter, all the heating oil went on a credit card. I don't recommend that. I really don't recommend that. How you sneaks over to sub to Pat Doodles. Hi, Trisha. I was just giving a shout out. Thank you, because you certainly got the ball rolling. The heater fund was up to not quite $600 from people being so amazingly kind, and I was giving a shout out to Pat Doodles. I just watched the replay of her sale, that pop-up sale that she had, and I just really wanted to give a shout out to her, so that she would maybe pick up some more people for her live sales, because I noticed she didn't have too many watching. I watched the replay, and her live sale from yesterday still only had like 20 views. I'm like, no, we could do better than that. We could do better than that. Email me your thrift finds. Why, you need help identifying stuff? Yeah, you can use that email. I've already got some of them, emailing me books going, what is this? So, and you can see behind me, like, there's some books here. These suckers are from the 1800s. This is my Louisa May Alcott collection is here. I'm still looking for more of these Aunt Joe's scrap bags. I only have 3, and I think there are 7 or 8 altogether. I've not found them yet, but I've only got 3. I've got some of my Gilbert and Sullivan books on Victorian England. my gardening books. So yeah, you can. Don't mind the mess behind me. Whoops, where are we going here? Wait, this way. Ah, but yeah, I can. College Debt Circus. If you have any questions about something you got and you're not sure of, you can always just email me. I've been selling for a longer time than what my uh, eBay feedback numbers suggest because I started doing it. Oh, just to share? Oh, sure. Um, a new furnace because of the size of the house, and it has to be able to support two separate heating loops from um when they built the house. There's the old 1911 half, well, two-thirds of it, and then the 1935. So there's two separate loops for the hot water to go through to the radiators. So I've had estimates that it's going to be about $6,000. And I have, at the moment, because I just paid a tax bill, I have $400. So, with what has come to me, I'm close to having the first 1,000. And I have to work tonight, and then I have off most of next week. And so I'm going to have to really focus on cranking a lot of stuff out of here as much as I can. And I'm very tempted to snag a couple Royal Daltons out of my china closet. They aren't anything that's going to get me a huge amount, but yeah, it's a big number. It's a big number. It's way more than getting that tree down. It's way more. And I've been trying to save for it, but you still have, the taxes on the house and all the stuff that goes with the house. And that 400 that I have is already earmarked to getting the car inspected because the car has to get inspected in March. And I have to have the car. And I'm kind of dreading if they'll find anything. The car's got over 200,000 miles on it. They always find something. But I got a good mechanic, so he usually works with me. So, good morning, Chicago lady. Who else? Linda Burnham. Yeah. It's hard for me to read the chat on this phone because I dropped the phone, so the glass has this massive spiderweb crack all across it, which is why if you see my typing in live chats, the typing is completely wonky because I think I'm hitting one thing, but because the glass is cracked, it's not always taking it. So, am I the only one still in pajamas, or is anybody else just woken up? My little ducky pajamas, but they're flannel, they're warm. So, yeah, basically I need 7K. But, it's not insurmountable. The problem is the timeline. The problem is the timeline because we're going to hit a freezing night on Thursday. Yeah. Unfortunately, Iris, we were dumbfounded when I got my W-2 from Wawa. I only made $9,000 last year from there. Ouch. But yeah. Good, Jennifer. Yes. Good. I'm not the only one still in my pajamas. I don't feel so self-conscious. I'm not the only one. And Lavish Mango. Oh, Linda, you didn't even get out of bed. Well, then you're nice and toasty warm because you got blankets over you. You gross 24K or 2.4K? 2.4. Now, is that from your online? Yeah, 2020 happened and it just wonked everything. So it's a pajama party. Look at this. One's in the PJs, in the nightgowns. Katie's still in her PJs. So we're having a early pajama party. Awesome. Who's got the contraband liquor? No. Remember those days as a teenager? Yeah, I have to get dressed at some point. I have to be at work at 5 o'clock tonight, but I got a lot to do then before then. So we had rain last night, which I was thankful it wasn't snow. So because that would have been too cold. But it's gonna be a challenge, but I do what I can. LIHEAP crisis. I finally got through to the right person. Oh, Iris, don't feel bad. There were only 3 of us in my entire neighborhood that were the same age, so we created our own parties with just the 3 of us because there wasn't any other kids. Kind of sucks sometimes being the youngest of a large group. All the baby boomer kids were all older than us, and we kind of tagged on at the end. But anyway, LIHEAP has me in their system now. I finally got the right person to tell me that you have to then call your county's thing. Well, that was a whole other challenge because at the county, they kept bouncing me around the different people. And I finally got somebody that knew what they were doing yesterday. And she found out, she went in and it should have red flagged my application immediately because I had no heat. And for some reason, it wasn't red flagged. So she red flagged it, which will help speed the process on. But she warned me, she says, you're still probably going to have to go the weekend with no heat at the very least. So, and so basically it's a hurry up and wait kind of thing, as most bureaucracies. I did try community action, but they don't handle that. What they handle is arbitrating between problems with paying the bill or disputes between the utility companies and a person. So they were out, and Wawa has a thing to help out its employees, but this isn't one of the things they'll help pay for. Last year, when I was out on short-term disability from a hernia from them, I asked for help just getting a thing of heating oil. And they said, well, we don't do that. And they sent me a blanket. At least they sent me a blanket. But yeah, I'm Trisha, I am really hoping that they can send, that they can get a new furnace in here this coming week. Because Catholic Charities near you. There is a Catholic Social Services in Media. I know they run a food bank I've donated to. So you're a baby boomer, so are all of my siblings. My brother Roy is the last year that they consider boomers, and then I'm Gen Z. I'm the baby siblings that came afterwards. So the ironic part is that the heating oil was delivered yesterday morning. I had just paid for a whole tank of heating oil, and now I have a full tank and can't use it. So it's like, really? Really? Timing is everything, and my timing lately has sucked. But I did try getting a loan. I even tried getting a little homeowner's loan, but because of that first years when I had heating oil and utilities on credit cards, Discover put a lien on my house. Discover has not been all that helpful when I got into debt with having the house. They don't like to take small payments. They want $500 a month no matter what. They wouldn't close the account. So that created more problems because then they just tagging on more fees and stuff. So I'm never going to recommend them. So there's a lien on the house. So I couldn't get any kind of loan for the heater because of the lien that Discover put on the house. And they didn't want to take small payments either. Everybody else has been taking good faith payments for a long while now. So they're all getting paid off slowly, but they're getting paid. But these guys, nope, they don't want it. So I send it anyway, and they're still cashing the checks so they can stuff it. They get $50 a month. It's not a lot, but it's something. So, but it's what happens when nobody tells you you're going to inherit a house and all the stuff that goes with it. It would have been nice to know, but I was putting myself through school and working part-time and taking care of mom, and then I had gotten Michael, and then I had Michael on top of that, and I had just started going back to college, and so my funds had gone all there. So when I got the house, I pretty much started almost from zero. So, but I was working part-time because of school. So, you know, life likes to throw me curveballs. I'm getting tired of them. I want a straight pitch once in a while. uh, but yeah, that's the update though anyway, was to say thank you for the outpouring of support. It has been so just stunning to me. I just kind of threw me because I kept seeing email. I woke up that day and I'm seeing email after email going, PayPal, PayPal. I'm like, how? I didn't send invoices out yet. How is this happening? What's going on? And then there was an email from Trisha. And then I was like, oh, now it makes sense. So thank you very much. Thank you so much for all of it. Do I take care of my brother? Yes. Yes. I do take care of my brother. We jokingly say Gary came with the house, which is kind of true. Gary came with the house. So I do take care of my brother. And yeah, Jennifer, it is always something. I mean, one of the biggest problems is the fact that the house is from 1911 and 1935, and the stuff from 1935 is falling apart. And Dad never really did things to the house, but Dad did things to the house, and he did them as cheaply as he could, and all that's fallen apart. Because, he didn't like the house. He didn't want to put any money into this place. He didn't like the house. But you had 5 kids. You needed a bigger house. And then I came along. So then you had 6 kids. So you definitely needed a bigger house. My packing room was originally a servant's bedroom in 1911. And there's a walk-in attic up there too, as you've seen glimpses of in the one video. But that packing room had been a bedroom, and my older brothers had used to swap out who got that room. And it always kind of went as they got older, the next one would move up there because it was away from everybody else. So, but my feet are getting cold. I'm standing here in my socks, in my wool socks. So I'm going to go. I guess I should get dressed. It's starting to get chilly in here because the little heater's off. No, selling the house isn't an option, and I'll tell you why. If I sell the house and I don't have Gary move in with me, then I have to split the money between all 6 of us. So I can't just, abandon my brother, which I really wouldn't want to do anyway. But the other problem is that being in Chester is considered an economically depressed area, and the surrounding county seems to think that there's crack addicts in every house. So even though it's a 10-room, 3-story house with a fair amount of ground, which would, if I were in Brookhaven, this house would get $200,000 easy, not necessarily with the state that it's in right now. I'd be lucky to see $80,000. So, yeah. So if you're ever going to leave something big to your kids, tell them. Tell them. We could have saved a lot of headaches if we'd all known ahead of time, and we wouldn't have had the stress that gave me a mild heart attack because 2 brothers were talking about contesting the will. I went from May until October 1st before I knew I definitely had the house in my hands and I wasn't going to be sued and dragged through a court thing with 2 of the brothers. And the stress I was in the middle of the woods with the boys and had a mild heart attack. They didn't find anything wrong with my heart other than stress. So if you're going to leave anything big to your kids, friggin' tell them. Don't put them through what I went through. So I do appreciate the prayers. I am a firm believer that the power of that many people thinking good thoughts together can move mountains. So, okay, Lavish, I'll check for your email. But again, like I said, I wanted to say thank you. I am so amazingly grateful at the people who have donated to me through PayPal, through my email there, and I wanted to thank Trisha. She's the one that did her video starting us off, and then to Pat Doodles, that channel, Pat Doodles, this one. I just amazed me that here's somebody I've never heard of, never seen any chats on my channel, who has no idea who I am, but just because she saw Trisha's, she had a pop-up live sale yesterday. And even though she only had like 4 people at the live sale, she didn't care. She was determined she was going to do this, and I think we should give her some love. She usually has, well, it should be on now if she's having it, but she only has a few people because she's just sounds like she's pretty new doing these live sales, and but I wanted to show her her channel some love. And if she said her granddaughter's birthday was today, so I don't know if she's doing her live sale today, but Pat Doodles is the channel. Her name is Patrika, and you can watch the replay of her live sale from yesterday, the pop-up sale, because she had a lot of cool stuff that didn't sell. And if you see anything you like, you can email her about it afterwards. She says that in the beginning of it. So we should show her some love. All right. So guys, I'm going to go. My feet are getting cold. And Terry, Sandy was, Trisha was so sweet. She basically had suggested that people who wanted to donate to the heater fund and help send a donation through friends and family on PayPal to my email address, which is there on the screen, because that's my PayPal email. And I'm going to tear up again. I don't like tearing up in videos. I've never been good at asking for help for myself. I will be there to defend you with the, last ounce of my being, but I've never been good at standing up for myself. I'm gonna tear up again. But I am so thankful and so amazed at this community. And so thank you all so very, very much. Having grown up in a family where our dad thought it was funny to pit us against each other, it really touches me to the core when people come together. My family's not a close-knit one, and you guys are amazing. Amazing. So, yeah, it is so much easier to do it for other people. So, which is how I ended up with the book collection, the massive book collection. I'm helping someone else out, and she knew I love books, as you could tell from that's just one. My bedroom here has 1, 2, 3, 4 bookcases shoehorned into a room that's, I think this room is about 15 by 14. It's not a big bedroom. So, oh, ha, 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 books? Oh, no. The ones in here are my collection. my Louisa May Alcott's, my Gilbert and Sullivan's. There's a bookcase right here that's an old clock case, which my great uncle, the clock case was a leftover from my great grandfather. Look at this. Let's see, can I get it? Look at the top of this. Isn't this cool? This is the top, and it's a clock case. And my great uncle put shelves into it. And these are all my Classics Illustrated comic books. But isn't that a cool bookcase? I actually took that bookcase to college with me. They thought I was insane. But all the shelves come out. They're adjustable. He put this thing together in like the 50s, but it's great size. It's nice and small, and I actually took it to my college dorm room with me. So they thought I was crazy, but boy, it helped having a little bookcase in a college dorm room. Dog-eared books too. Oh, Iris, you're tempting me, darling. You are so tempting me to come see what books you have, because I'm a bookaholic. I gotta read more. Anyway, guys, you guys have a great day, and man, bless you all. It's been an amazing outpouring of even just moral support, and I'm so thankful for it. So you guys go, have a good day. I got to get some warm clothes on. I got to go find out what Michael heard in the packing room, because last night he took the boxes up of padded envelopes that just arrived so that I can pack the books, because I ran out of the ones the right sizes. And he says he heard something move up there. I'm hoping it was just a mouse, because he's a big scaredy cat over critters. I'm praying it's not a squirrel. Because we didn't get that pane of glass fixed, but there's something stuffed in there, and then there's a board over it. But it might be big enough if a squirrel got in there. But there's no vines, so I can't imagine how it would get close enough to get in the window. It's probably a mouse, and the cat hasn't been up there with me lately. So he's a big scaredy cat. All right, so you guys have a great day. And again, thank you all so much. And I will see some of you Thursday night at my live sale, and we'll have some fun. I don't have anything picked out yet other than some of the stuff from the unboxing from this past Thursday, but we'll have fun anyway. I'll see you then. Bye.